Hello everybody. Welcome to the Sulk stream. How's it going? I hope you guys are well. Let me just scoot over here. There we go. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the show. We're doing it again. We're at war. War. Would you like to know more? Things are going off in Iran. Israel's involved in some fashion. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about what fashion exactly, but we'll see what YouTube lets us get away with. Russia and China are definitely probably getting a little heated, a little steamed, a little pissed off. China for sure. And yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care about any of it. It doesn't I mean, it will affect me. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's people building bunkers all over the world. You know, all these billionaires tunneling into the ground like lemmings and stuff. And if that's what lemmings do, I'm not sure. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being super jaded. But that's what we're going to talk about. So grab yourself a rad roach or whatever. If you're working, keep working. And if you're driving, please get home safely, because there might be somebody knocking at your door telling you that you're drafted, buddy. You're drafted, sir. You're going to war, right? Even though it benefits you, not at all. Not even a little bit. You're getting hauled off to the fucking front lines. They're giving you a gun, and they're pointing at people and saying, you go shoot those people, even though you don't know them. They don't know you. It will only benefit a very small minority at the top, but that's your patriotic duty. That's your job for being born within their compound, within their tax farm. Now you have to die for them. While your children go to war, their children go to beach vacations in, I don't know, some Starship Troopers beach that I've never heard of before. Good movie, Starship Troopers. Anyways, get comfy, get cozy. I already said that. This is a Sulk stream. This is called This Changes Everything. Enjoy. Forgot to pull it up. I forgot to pull it up. I forgot to pull it up. It's right there. It's right there, man.
Or the red.
Hold on, man. What's up?
If that
What's up? What's up, OBS? It says it's on. OBS, come on, man. OBS. OBS, come on. It's right there. You got the thing and everything. OBS. Come on. No, OBS, don't do this to me. There we go, finally.
evolves into World War III depends on what their regime does next. But
don't even act like it's not planned. Don't even, it depends on if World War III. Look, they've been working at this for a while now. Ever since Ukraine got invaded and stuff like that, this has been a plan in the works. It's been a plan in the works probably for decades now. Right? This is probably a plan in the works since like World War II. They're like, we're going to wait until the new millennium comes around because, you know, we've already had 2 this century. And so let's wait a little while and then we'll have another 3rd one. And that'll be the big one. That'll be the big boy war, right? And then our descendants, or maybe themselves, right? They could be vampires. The people who control the world, they may have figured out eternal life a long ass time ago. I know that's a wild claim, but it's not impossible. It's not an impossible claim. Do you think that's impossible? I don't.
Week we knew the U.S. was staging a large
Rhea says professional streamer. You're a professional commenter, all right?
Attack, and late last night,
got him.
Locally or early morning.
Professional streamer. What the fuck is a professional streamer? What is that? If that is an actual thing, I ain't it. There is no way I am a professional by any stretch of the imagination. Please, Rhea. Readjust your entire point of view of what professionalism means, okay? This is a very small operation. It's not a one-man operation, but it's still a very small operation, okay? A lot of it lands on my shoulders. Not all of it, but a lot of it.
Morning over there, missiles were launched as Operation Epic Fury began, as the supreme leader of Iran's home and several locations were destroyed.
Man, they have some impressive tactics, right? These I wouldn't really call Iran a world power or Venezuela a world power, but they're not like lightweights, right? They have a lot of economic pull. They have very advanced militaries. Iran is actually a pretty advanced country. A lot of people don't know that. They think they're living in caves and stuff like that. It ain't like that. They have like scientists and stuff and computers and like nuclear programs. They're not living in caves over there. They're pretty advanced. And then the Americans just come in and in one day just completely turn everything around, right? In Venezuela, they just walked into the building and took the president. They just walked in and took the guy and then put him on a helicopter. And everyone around there was writhing in pain. And nobody knew why. They just kind of stopped doing what they were doing. They weren't doing their jobs. Everyone just kind of got zapped by something. And then over here, what happened? What happened? A missile? A laser beam from space? I don't know. All I know is the guy died. He's dead. And his whole family's dead. All right? They're all dead. Whatever happened, they're dead. I'm just saying, that's impressive. That is impressive military might. That's tactically impressive, right? You think you have everything on lock. You're like, okay, you're safe here, Ayatollah Khomeini. And he's like, yeah, I feel pretty safe. There's a lot of concrete around. Everything's like thick and there's guns and shit like that. And then everybody in that room just immediately gets vaporized. No warning. Just gets shredded atom from atom. And then how do you feel safe? How does anybody in the world feel safe right now? In the world. Like, even Putin and stuff, like anybody. How does anybody in the world feel safe right now with like the level of military might the United States just exhibited over the last month? Not even that long. Was it a month? It's been a very short period of time. It's just very concerning and impressive. Arden Sherry says, actually, John, there's reason to believe they may have figured out how to insert people into bodies. Real esoteric shit. I would love to know more about that. Love to know more about that. That is a comment. And I don't think you're kidding.
Leaving his compounds.
Arden Sherry says, nobody promised you safety, John. Of course not me. Right? No. I say wild shit on the internet. I know my safety is up to me, okay? I understand what I do. I understand it makes a lot of people pretty upset, all right? I understand the entire situation. And I'm sure people have tried to attack me. I know they have tried to attack me in various ways. But I'm not afraid of, like, a laser beam. I'm not afraid of, like, some sort of weird tomahawk missile or a bunker buster blast through my roof. I'm not worried about that. Yet.
Absolutely decimated in seconds, as we also took out their missile launchers, destroying their Ministry of Intelligence's building, as missiles and drones struck all across their entire country. Now,
drones too, right? Drones. There's like one, the Predator drones, the ones that fly really high and stuff like that. Those are pretty scary. But now they got like little drones that'll fly into your window and attach to your neck and then blow your head off. How do you stop that? A screen? Okay, yeah. Yeah, a screen might do it.
Obviously, these strikes cause distress.
I am a targeted individual. I am. I see people, there's people out there and they like look at me and stuff like that. And like, I imagine, I don't think it's because I'm good looking. Should I think that I'm just like good looking and then that's why people are staring and smiling at me and patting my bottom?
On the ground.
I don't think that's it. I think it's a threat. It's a death threat. When people slap my ass and say, "Hey there, sweet cheeks," I'm all like, "Who do you work for?"
But some Iranians saw this as a positive.
Who do you work for?
Even taken to the streets to celebrate.
By the way, Ria's a Fed. Ria's a Fed. Arden might be a Fed. Background. Knob's dog is not a Fed because Knob is fucking retarded. He's not even here yet. See, I'm not ripping on Knob when he's here because that would be too like friendly and like, you know. But when he's not here, that dude's fucking retarded.
Believing U.S. intervention was their only path to freedom from their regime.
Oh, Ria's a bot? Okay, that's fine. I've always wanted to be friends with a robot.
Even specifically,
She can be like, "We're not friends." I'm like, "Oh."
thanking Trump.
Okay, that's fine. You can be a bot. I don't care.
As the U.S. president.
As long as you donate, I don't give a shit if you're all bots. If you give me money if I'm sitting here entertaining robots and they donate like actual currency to me, I don't care. I don't care about that. Wait, would I? I would care less. I would care less. I would care. I'd be like, oh, I thought actual people liked me. But then I would think in my head, I'd be like, wait a second. You're John. Of course no one likes you.
This moment.
And then I'd be like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Of course they're robots. They're robots with like cryptocurrency or something like that. And they send it to me via Fiverr or something.
About them.
To the great proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your...
Arden Shara says, I have a Fed adjacent job, but not a Fed. They won't give me Q clearance, so I'm cool. Try to get Q clearance. No, dude. Because if they do that, they're going to be like, okay, what do you do? And then this show is going to get wrapped up in that. And they're going to be like, no, we're not going to clear you, bro. We're not going to clear you. No.
Home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations.
Now, even though Iranian celebrations continued in Australia, we likely won't see much from Iran, as again, their internet has been cut.
So who's he talking to, right? There's no internet over there. And how do we even know what's going on in Iran? Like, do we actually know, like, how people... I was watching a documentary on North Korea the other day about how North Koreans are basically treated like prisoners and slaves, and they're all out to get each other and stuff like that. And I had to think, I'm like, they've been doing this for decades. They've been doing this for like generations at that point. Are we sure that's how it is? Are we absolutely sure it sucks like that? Because maybe it doesn't. Maybe it is not that bad being a North Korean. I don't know. I've never been there. And the only thing I hear about North Korea is it sucks, right? That's all I understand this is propaganda, right? Whether it's true or not, it's propaganda. But that's all I ever hear. What if it's not that bad? What if it's like chill? They have like a casual Fridays or something. You know, once a month there's a pizza party. People get executed, don't get me wrong, but people get executed here a lot too. So, huh?
As shortly after...
And like here, well, there's like, we have politicians that like do unfathomable things. We have politicians that do terrible things to children and shit like that. We know this. We know that. Right? So they must know that. Right? Right? I don't like. Have you seen Kim Jong Il? Il is it? Have you seen him on the Epstein list? I haven't seen him on there. Maybe he's got like a special island just for Koreans and stuff like that. It's all Hello Kitty themed and stuff, and there's a lot of video games. Very Korean. They're just playing StarCraft all the time.
Twitter has had to ban a massive amount of bots coming directly from Iran, as
It's pretty awesome being a North Korean if you're the supreme leader, or at least up in the upper echelons, right? That's why I wanted to start this whole cult thing, right? I'm like, I need power. I need a lot of power. And it's small now, admittedly, but it'll grow. I have 100% confidence that it will grow, and it will grow quite large. What I will do with that power, I don't know. Be corrupted by it? Almost certainly, like 100% shot? Yeah.
their media is stating we struck a school.
Come on, I'm only human. Of course. That's all in the plan. That is all in the plan.
Ending several students. America's ABC News is echoing this statement heard from their semi-official news outlet, citing...
Background says not even Kim is too weird for the pedos. How do we know that? Does he seem like a weird guy? Does he look like a weird guy? He just seems like a Korean dude. And like, kind of a happy one. Kind of just like a happy Korean dude, right? If I saw that guy in like San Francisco, I wouldn't think twice about it. I'd be like, that's just some nerd, man. That's just some fat Korean nerd, and he's gonna go play video games somewhere. He's probably got some other fat nerd friends, and yeah, I would probably hang out with them because they'd be super chill, and like we play like Halo or whatever. I don't know, but like I can't just gauge that from looking at him. However, some people in the United States, some people I look at, and I'm like, you're evil. I don't know nothing about them. Nothing. But I'm like, you're evil. There is some juju emanating from your aura, homeboy. I can feel it. And yes, a lot of the people in power, I can definitely feel it from them. Kim Jong-il, I think he was just born, and I think he has a Steam account. I think he's the only one with a Steam account in North Korea.
The local governor and the UK's Telegraph is stating, or...
He was a cool guy in the interview until Seth Rogen disrespected him. Oh, fuck Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen has never made me laugh.
Allies carried out the attack, which has been met with some
never made me laugh.
skepticism, as the fog of war is already getting thick.
Look, see, this is a Korean guy. If I saw him on the street, I'd be like, look, as a Korean guy, think nothing of it. He's not as like portly as Kim Jong-il. So I just, maybe he's going to go play baseball or something. They love baseball.
From the severance of the local
Maybe it's a shirt.
internet, potential for false flags from either side, and even advancements in AI footage, it's hard to believe anything preliminary, as Iran's local news reported on their
Freeset says our cult leader is honest. I have no reason not to be honest. There's no reason for me to lie to you.
counterattack, Operation True Promise 4. But apparently they're putting out footage from Grand Theft Auto 5 as to how they'll fight back. It's saying...
What do you expect them to do? Like anime, hand-drawn animations? I would prefer that. Oh, I would prefer that. This is how we're going to get him. Right? And a bunch of flashing and stuff like that. Gives every epileptic in the country just seizures immediately. I would prefer that. I would vastly prefer that. Like a Gundam style Attack on Titan kind of, anime about how they're going to go to war and stuff like that. What's that one? Dragon Ball Z. I never seen Dragon Ball Z, so.
Same stupid, but back in Ukraine, people were passing off...
Pharaoh Pigeon called me a liar. And I imagine she's saying that when I say I'm honest. Okay.
video game recordings as war footage.
You're probably right, Farrell. I just don't care enough to argue it.
And it actually worked. But it doesn't mean they don't have fighting capabilities, as allegedly this is them sending out hypersonic missiles. But also, the US base in Bahrain was hit from what appears to be...
Is this going to be that war that kills like 2/3 of the planet? Is this a biblical thing? Because like, I feel like... Look, I know we mask our modern problems in like politics and economics and shit like that. But when you really get down to it, when you dig down in the muck, I feel like it's all just a religious war. I feel like this is a religious war that's been going on for thousands of years, right? Just like the Crusades and stuff, and before that, just this is just another, at its core, just another religious war. So a lot of people might be like, okay, this is the war. We're going to like try to kill as many people as we can. I know we do that with most wars, but like this is the one. Is it going to be like that? I'm not saying anything. You know, I just want to know. Is it going to be like that? Farrell with a fiver. She says 22. Okay, let's gamble. Let's gamble, right? And take our minds off of this terrible, terrible time. It's not 22. Thank God. 30. Anyway.
One of those Dorito drones.
Because I don't want to do a song. I'm not doing songs. I'm not a singer, guys. By the way, if Bhutan shows up, he's going to want... Bhutan is here. Bhutan is here. It's Kim Jong-un 2. Il was his dad. It's a capital I and then an L. I hear neither of them had buttholes. That's not true. That is not true.
Now, downplaying a drone attack on U.S. soldiers as a spicy...
No, Bhutan has a win and he can tell me whatever. Whatever, dude. Whatever you want to do.
Dorito is admittedly inappropriate, but sometimes laughing is the only way to stop from crying when nuclear winter is coming, as Tel Aviv is also being heavily attacked.
This is breaking news. Air raid sirens are going off.
With them,
A bunch of people are leaving Tel Aviv or have left Tel Aviv and like Jerusalem and stuff like that and Haifa and la. To where, you ask? Probably Florida. That would be my guess. Florida would be my guess. That's probably my guess. A lot of them left Israel and came to Florida.
Missile defenses going into overdrive, but now Saudi Arabia is reporting massive amounts of missiles, now wishing to join in on our war efforts.
That the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia says they will join the U.S. in the operation.
See, this is how, okay, all these fucking stupid, what are they called? When they, truces, please help me. Please fucking help me here. When they have a deal that they're going to back each other, alliances. Thank you. You guys are worthless. You guys didn't help me. When you have all these dumb alliances all over, and these alliances have been around for a while, right? This is exactly how World War I started, right? It was one guy who got shot in the head. It was one guy who got shot in the head. His driver took a wrong turn. Some guy took an opportunity and shot some guy in the head. And then a country went to war. And then that country backed up that country. And then that country over there backed up that country. And then it just ended up where everyone was fucking fighting over one guy getting shot in the head. Something that happens every day here. Every day somebody gets shot in the head. Every single day. But like one specific person gets shot in the head and then like a third of the planet has to fucking die. It's dumb to have these alliances unless alliances are fine, but make them short. Make them short alliances. Don't have generation-long alliances where you get this convoluted fucking hierarchy of alliances. Well, if that guy goes to war with me, I have to go to war with them. And then they're going to go to war. And then everyone starts fighting. because of a generation old alliance that the modern generation didn't even agree to, right? Like, I have to go fight over here because my grandpa made a deal with their grandpa that I would. That didn't help me. Doesn't help me at all. That does not help me at all.
Against the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Rateliff says alliances. Thank you, Rateliff.
They said that this comes in the wake of Iran attacking the U.S. base in Saudi Arabia. I just spoke to a senior U.S. official who said the Iranians made a big mistake by firing on Arab coalition partners.
Arnachera says, what was the reason for this war in Iran again? Someone got shot in the head. Oh, yeah, Israel. Yeah. I don't know what the reason for this war is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why we're doing it. I'm sure there's some complicated geopolitical, things at play that I don't understand. But it seems like we're just in it now. We just wanted to go to war. And I think it's just part of the fourth turning, right? This is the fourth turning. The boomers are dying off. We're going to have to redo an entire economic system because there's no way we're paying off $40 trillion in debt. Everything's getting expensive, more expensive, right? Everyone's saying there's a housing market crash, which might happen. Might. I don't know. But it doesn't matter, right? Because you're not going to have any money anyway. You're still going to be broke. If the housing market crashes, you're still going to not have any money. That's the problem. That's always been the problem. Right? And then we have this new technology coming along. AI, right? That's probably going to revolutionize society. And then we just basically have to start over from scratch. Humanity has to start over from scratch because we have so much new stuff that we have to navigate it and figure it out. And that's going to take 20 years. Probably 20 years before things actually start to level out and shit's chill again. And then probably 60 years after that, it's all going to blow up again. I don't know though. I have no idea. It could.
As Iran is also attacking the port in Bahrain, Jordan was also hit, as a missile was intercepted over Qatar, falling on its citizens.
Bhutan says, John, I would like you to sing Grease Lightning, but since you prefer the electric vehicles, sing it as Greaseless Lightning. Please be sure to gesticulate. Okay. Send me a link. God, dude. It's the gayest shit you could possibly think of, dude. I know. I understand. I get it. But
We can't confirm basically anything, as most importantly, is Iran meeting to strike military or civilian targets, or do they even care? As apparently they hit the civilian airports in Kuwait.
Yeah, look, dude, I mean, maybe they did. Can we believe shit now? Because AI might be a lot better than we think it is. We see AI every single day, right? We feel like we can pick it out and be there's little things about AI we can definitely pick out. But this is state level AI. And it might be better. It might not, but it might be better. It might be indistinguishable. Completely 100% indistinguishable. And propaganda is a powerful tool. So can we actually really be sure this is what's happening? Can we?
With Dubai suspending their flights into the evening.
Am I calling John Travolta gay? I don't have to. You guys know he's gay. Everybody knows he's gay. Yeah. Okay, yes, I'm calling him gay. John Travolta is gay. He's gay.
Iran is carrying out a second wave of strikes, where Dubai was also hit with a Dorito drone themselves, where this definitely looks like a civilian area, and again, Bahrain was attacked at what was reportedly a residential building.
Wow, that sucks. You're just... Imagine if they had smartphones on 9/11, right? They just see this giant airliner coming at them. They're like, oh my God, there's no way a passport's going to survive that. Oh, this building could definitely take a couple of airliners. They're built to do that. I wonder why that guy bought this building, even though it needed an asbestos removal, which would have cost more than the building itself. Weird. Get out of there. Just get out of there. Feral Pigeon, $20. Thank you so much. Artism, Ardent, Dan, and Freeside. Pick a number.
As Iran seems to be attacked.
All right, fine. Dan Snot, 17. Let's see it. What was it? It was 17, wasn't it? It was 11. Oh, it was close. All right, Artism, 18. Let's see. That was close. That scared me for a second. That's not it. That's 2. That's 2. Okay. Who's next? Freeside says 9. Is the next person going to be 11? Is the next guy going to say 11? 10. So close. Who didn't pick? Dan? No, Dan picked. Who didn't pick? Freeside? I don't care. Somebody pick.
Attacking everybody in the Middle East, which either pulls everybody into a prolonged hot conflict or...
Farrell says 5. Bhutan sent you a link. Where did it go? I did not see it. Okay, where'd it go? Where's the link? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Now, since this is a very serious subject, I'm going to do Grease Lightning. Is this going to get me popped? What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
Continue.
I'm doing my work. All right? This is like some guys are surgeons. You should have married a surgeon.
No.
You should have married a surgeon.
This is way more fun.
All right, let's get back to this very somber war coverage.
this means for us locally, where we believe they can't reach us from their country.
What do you guys think? Give me a number out of 10 on that one.
10.
You think it was a 10? I thought it was. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. And if you guys give me a number out, and be honest, Dan says 6. Okay, it was mid plus. I think it was bad. I don't think it was that bad.
Directly.
I don't think it was that bad.
But after 4 years of Biden's wide
Knobs
open
dog,
borders,
you don't get to vote.
pouring in massive amounts of unknown military-aged males, is there a
You
possibility
didn't see a single gesticle. No.
that in their desperation, a counterattack occurs in our country, maybe in one of those cities that gives them...
I don't even know what gesticulation means, dude. Artism says 6 on 10, but could have been 9 if there was any Stop! Any gesticulation or thrusting. I'm not going to thrust.
sanctuary.
Ratelift says 8.8. I think that's probably fairer. I think that's fair. We'll go with that one.
And in NYC, they're already deploying counter-terror units. But what are their local leftists doing? Apparently preparing massive protests the very next day in Times Square against American interests.
Look, that sucks. I didn't want to go to World War III. I don't want to go to war with Iran. I don't want to go to war with Venezuela. I know they're connected. But I'm not going out to protest because that's gay. That's fucking gay. I'm not going to go out there with a sign that says no war. Gay. You know who people do that? People who are fucking impotent. Worthless, useless people do that. I'm not doing that.
Even all the way across the country in Seattle, they too represent.
You must thrust if you want to gain power, John. That sounds like something that would be said on Epstein's Island. That sounds something that on Epstein's Island, that's probably exactly what they said, right? They're like, you got to do it if you want to be a star. You want to be a star, don't you? Well, then do the thing. Do it. Do it. Then I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to control you like a puppet afterwards. You want to be a star, don't you?
The Iranian regime, which...
Stop saying gesticulation. Can you stop saying that?
Protesting on their behalf is insane, as just over a month ago, that same Iranian...
They're only protesting because they don't have jobs or pay taxes. Yeah. That's probably pretty accurate.
Regime that Americans are actually defending allegedly ended over 30,000 peaceful protesters in their country. As this is going to...
How can you still call me gay after I sung Grease Lightning so well? How can you... Knob says, protesting is e-bike level gay. You're right, John. Why would you still think I'm gay after I sang John Travolta so well? Farrell is doing a gesticulation tower. Let's all wait for Farrell. Let's all wait for Farrell to finish this long-ass tower. Nobody ruin it. God damn it, Rateliff. God damn it, Rateliff. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. I have to screenshot that. That is so frustrating, dude. Hold on. Oh my God, dude. That's likely to get you killed. You guys are not going to be able to pull it off. There's no way you guys are going to be able to pull it off.
Be Venezuela all over again. American leftists can't comprehend anything other than Orange Man bad.
How many gesticulation is a lot of words. Or letters.
Well, even if that country sees American intervention...
Yeah, well, you can do the end tower. Well, you can't even do that.
As emancipation, they can't help but throw toddler-style temper tantrums. And it's one thing if low-information idiots are getting paid to block the streets in their favorite liberal city. But even Democrats in Congress are crying over Trump attacking a country during her religion's holiday. Now,
it's frustrating, isn't it, Farrell, right? When you just want to build something so great, like a gesticulation tower, and then just some dickhead just rolls in there and be like, wait, hold on. What did you say? Make it so... She was so close. Actually, she misspelled it. No, she didn't. But she was so close. Right before she got the N. No, you forgot an O. There's supposed to be an O.
Obviously, she was going to block all replies to her remarks, as the community notes called out her claims, but not only being inaccurate, but the country being no...
Knob's dog did test style. Knob.
Nowhere near religious as she believes, with Cam Higby referencing how much that country attacks during...
Test style.
her holiday. Again, probing there's no virtues or consistency with the left. It's all just whatever Trump is doing is bad, even if it's ending suffering. They still have to be staunchly against it, even if it means defending a country from danger that she is currently living in. And
Arden Chair interrupts Knob's Dog Testicle Tower and says, "We're not going to make it, are we?" No. Just no. No, dude, we're fucked. We're boned. I mean, like, at least we can have a good... Stop trying the testicle tower, all right?
and should be representing.
Sulk puts a 6 in there. He's trying to ruin other testicle towers. So, because he wants to pull it off. He's giving up. He's doing boobs now.
But the big question is, why are we doing this?
And those thousands of missiles pose a real danger. And I know that Marco Rubio and Pete Hegseth and General Kane are explaining the risk to the president as they should. It's a lot easier to shoot the archer before he gets off his arrow than trying to knock the arrow out of the sky.
Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime. And we
Dan's not trying to do ANTID, and then he just says, okay, never mind. Oh, God. Are you guys special needs? Is this just like a special needs group? Because, like, you tried so many towers, and, like, we got boobs off and boned, and that's the only 2 we actually got off. Those are the only 2 that worked.
We will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message.
And I, like you, don't really believe
It is not the longest word in the English language.
official narratives,
And you messed up another gesticulation tower.
regardless of whatever side it's coming from. But there is a growing theory that this is just about taking oil from China, as they
Yeah. I think that's exactly what it is. I posted this on Twitter. I think this is a move to take... Look, Venezuela and Iran are the 2 main suppliers of oil to China, right? And if the U.S. controls both of those nations, then China's going to have to bow down to the U.S. Or they're not going to be able to defend themselves, and manufacturing will grind to a halt, and then they'll die. This is exactly what they did to Japan before World War II, right? Now, if China attacks like Japan did in World War II, well, first of all, the United States has to bait them out, right? The FDR did this by putting the entire Pacific Fleet in Pearl Harbor, which was obviously in striking range of Japan. The entire fleet, right? It was obviously a setup. It was obviously a false flag just so they could be like, look what they did. Now we have to go attack Japan, right? That's exactly how it worked out. He didn't have to do that. There was no tactical reason to put the entire Pacific Fleet in Pearl Harbor. That would be retarded. Unless it was to lure out an attack so they could be like, oh, we're under attack. We have to defend ourselves, rallying people against Japan. Which is exactly what's going to happen this time, right? Right? This is exactly what's going to happen this time. China's going... Look. The only ships that are able to go through the Straits of Hormuz right now are Chinese ships, right? That's what Iran is allowing. Only Chinese ships. If they stop that, China has to attack the United States. It literally has to. And so Trump or whoever is probably going to lay out a trap. And then it's going to be another 9/11, another Pearl Harbor. It's like, it's a fucking book, man. It's a booklet. And they're going to have a bunch of, oh, this is such a terrible tragedy. How could they do this and shit like that? Well, obviously, everybody knew this was coming. Everybody knew this. It's come up with a better, or at least a different trick. Come up with a different trick. A different one. Something sneakier.
They buy 90% of Iran's exports. And just over
Free Side says, why would our government lie to us, John?
a month ago,
Because we can't get off a gesticulation tower. That's why.
we took Venezuela.
We can't. They know we can't work together. They watch this stream. You know that, right? They watch it. They watch it and they report back. Yeah, they can't work together. This is going to be easy. And they're right. They are 100% right. There's no way they're not right.
Their other primary provider of oil, to which Trump has since put in our pockets.
As you know,
If they attack LA, nobody will notice. Yeah, but no one... I don't think it'd be LA. I don't know where it would be. I don't know where they would like set a trap like that. And they honestly don't even have to wait for China to do it. They could just false flag something here and be like, China did it. At least back in World War II, they had the sense to be like, look, those are Japanese planes in there. But now they could just say it was China that did it. They don't have to wait. It could be a cyber attack. It could be a cyber attack and they'll be like, yeah, that was China, so. But it was really just them just unplugging and then plugging back in their modem. The nationwide modem.
We had an attack on Venezuela a couple of months ago, and it was a very successful attack. And we took over the oil, and we're working with.
I like the Gulf of America hat. Very based. Honestly, very based.
With the Venezuelan representatives and the president of the country. And that oil is being sent to Texas, and a lot of it's coming right here to Corpus Christi.
Republicans claiming they're stopping our enemies from...
Dirk says, I'll have you know, John, I took the test for the gifted class. I didn't pass, but it was took. I was took it. Yeah.
Getting advanced...
But I was took it.
Weaponry, when it's really about oil, sounds like a...
You didn't pass, you say. That's... strange.
Lazy reboot from a movie.
And you grew up to watch this show. The pieces are falling together, you know.
We've already seen when we were kids, but hopefully it doesn't end anywhere near the same way. As we've already announced that the attacks will continue through the weekend, Iran has claimed their leader has survived the attack, but abruptly canceled his public appearances. So we'll just have to see if this spirals out of control, or just wraps up over the weekend. But if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription, and you can continue to get...
This guy's good. He's called Decoy. I don't know why I'm not subscribed. He's good. If you're interested in his stuff.
You know, I had a whole...
By the way, like, donating, and then it had to be me on Daywave. I wanted to watch the rest of this. So I'm gonna. Because I had fun watching it. I want to count how many times she says, look at this. Look at this. I'm not gonna lie to you, Farrell. It was pretty funny, but like.
So now we're gonna keep cranking on the hole here, and I'm gonna start cutting out piece by piece that needs to be removed. Then I'm gonna cut the pieces in a staggered manner.
Okay, let's see it. I want to see this project come together. Oh my God, everything is so rotten. By the way, our house painting is under, so now half of my house is black. And it looks good. It really does. We went with we did the tricorn. But the thing is, there was some rotted panels and they have to like replace those. And, I mean, good. Replace them. Yeah. Make sure nothing on my house is rotting. I would prefer that. So, because this is Florida and my house is made of wood. So, it's a thing.
These two joists are rotten because of the leak. Let's install the new joists.
Derek says, when does a man show up to do the real work? He's always there. She doesn't do any work. We were, I mean, like, she doesn't do any of it. She stays spotless the entire time and finds treasures. And she's like, look at this. This is old. Wow. It's a picture. It's old. And then there's the guys that are actually doing the work. But she gets her shots, right? She spends 45 minutes setting up a camera. And then she's like, okay, I look cute. Okay, I'm cute. Okay. All right, here we go. And look at this. Look at this. Okay, I'm going to swing the hammer and then completely miss the nail. Completely miss the nail. And then hurt herself, right? And then be like, go get Dad! That's what she did. She fell over and she's like, go get Dad!
This room is a bit of a mess. I'm going to clean it up today. The ceiling is so tall in here. It's another probably 6 feet. So that's a better look at the exposed brick on the other side. So I'm gonna get started cleaning up this lab. And I'm gonna
At least she knows how to sweep. I'll give her that. She can sweep. She can sweep. She swept up the room. Good. I'm glad you swept up the room. There we go. There's the man. Yeah, all that needs to be replaced. All that needs to be replaced. How'd you know about those shutters, Knob? How'd you know about those shutters? Did I tell you about those shutters? Yeah, we painted them black, but how did you know about them?
Yeah, the width is perfect. That is too easy. So I just need to cut off.
Rate says, I don't know. I say let's hear her boobs out. I mean, hear her put her out. Rate lives a little confused. Let's hear her put out. That's what that's what it is. I didn't do the painting. We hired people to do the painting. And they seem like they're doing a pretty good job. So, like, I don't know. Yeah, they probably primed it.
Yes.
In fact, yes, I know they did prime it. Yeah, because they primed everything.
I know, it almost looks like you can't even tell.
We're not besties. If you show up at my house, I will shoot you square in the chest.
There's glass in the windows.
Square in the chest.
That actually looks so good. Oh, let's go see it from the outside. That is insane. Dude, no way. Wow, wow, wow. Success. So I might actually get a ladder and start getting all the plaster off the ceiling. All right.
How many outfits does she have? She has a number of outfits for this. She really does have a number of outfits. Construction with John. I learned so much with these DIY shows. Yeah, don't have a woman on the job site ever. That's the lesson. That means you're gonna have to do everything again. And you're gonna have to carry her out of there after she hurts herself.
Uh-oh. Some of the plaster fell in here. So this tin is the tin on the bottom ceiling that's arched at the ends. All right.
His feral picture just says, because she does electrical work. I stand by my statement. Do you want me to do it, Big B? Do you want me to? Fine. What's a but for? Dan Snot Osa said, "What's a you need a but for?" Big B says, "Never do construction without a but for." Go ahead. Tell me what a but for is. He says pooping. A but is for pooping. Is pooping some sort of something to do with like drywall? Butts are for sex. Because why else would women have them?
This is the end result. This is what the room looks like now.
A brick spreader, huh? A brick spreader. Okay, what does a brick spreader do?
Now, and it's all prepped and
If that's a real thing, then you got me, because there's no way that's a real thing.
ready to turn into somewhat of a lounge space. So I'm going to start by...
It's one of those blinker fluid things. There's no way. What is a brick spreader? Tell me what a brick spreader is.
by getting that lath off of the ceiling.
See, do you see she misses with the hammer? Her coordination, her hand-eye coordination is so bad she's missing. A copper stretcher? Okay.
There's a lot of soot on the wall.
Look how much makeup she's wearing. Look how much makeup she's wearing. Bitch, and don't tell me that you ain't wearing a nice beat, okay? Wearing a lot of makeup for the job site.
I think if I try to wipe it down, it will just smear it around. So I'm going to try to shop vac, see if that works.
Ben says, yes, John, you tell the apprentice to go to the masonry section and ask them for a brick spreader. Yeah, when I was a dive instructor, like the students, we would tell them to go find a long weight, and it was a weight belt that was long. And then we'd send them to other dive shops to ask for a long wait. And then they would wait there for a while, and then they'd get sent to another. One guy was gone for, I think it was 6 hours, going from dive shop to dive shop, asking for a long wait. It was pretty funny.
The walls are clean. They really needed that. I wouldn't say they're clean. I would say they're not as covered.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's got much of an ass, but like maybe it's just she doesn't have very flattering pants, right? Although I feel like she would wear flattering, like ass flattering pants because she spent all that time putting makeup on. She's like, I want to look cute. I want to look cute.
In soot.
She got kind of an ass. There's kind of an ass in there. She got kind of an ass. Yeah, it ain't bad. I wouldn't call that zero. There's an ass in those pants. I think it was just the angle or something, the lighting and stuff. Maybe she went and changed her pants, right? She was like, these aren't cute enough. I have to go home and change my pants and come back. And then everybody else is doing the work.
Sweet. So after many months of cleaning the upstairs, here is the before and after. And I will say that the after is even a few months.
Yeah, we'd call the lumber store and let the guys twist that apprentice nuts. That's so mean, dude.
Old, so it does look even a little bit better now. But let's take a look at the before and after.
Yeah, she stands on the top rung of the ladder, which is not what you're supposed to do. You know, the top rung of the ladder says do not stand. It's very clear. Do not, this is not a step. Don't stand here. But to be fair, I have stood on the top rung of a ladder. If it's just out, you know, I'm going to do it. I'll be like, I'll be fine. And I've been fine. Yeah, put the plants in there. This is the perfect time. Put the plants. That's perfect timing. There's no way those plants will be in the way when they have to re-beam that fucking ceiling. There's no way. Perfect. Thank you so much. We're going to have to move those out of there.
took a lot of teamwork to get the upstairs all demoed out, and I do still
She wasn't involved in the teamwork.
have a little bit of demo in my bedroom, but otherwise the upstairs is pretty much ready to start building, which I will be doing this year in season 2. I'm planning to focus on the upstairs a lot this year because I plan to move into the upstairs.
God, the plants is totally a my wife move. Yeah. No, it's just everybody's wife. That's everybody's wife, right? They're all like, ooh, this is going to look so good in here. Like, no, can that not be? I have so much work to do in here, and you're making more work for me. I have to move these plants out now. Thank you.
Before I finish the downstairs. So make sure to subscribe if you would like to be a part of this journey. And now let's take a look at what we did outside this past year. The property itself is a little less than an acre. It has a fire escape stairway and a tiny shed in the back, which I am converting into a tiny home and art studio. It was completely overgrown when I bought it, and though we did a lot this past year, there's a lot more to do.
Go. That's good. Feel it.
Yesterday, John was working on this concrete step, and he also bolted in the steps in some areas into the brick just to make it so that it doesn't move. So it's like super sturdy now. I'm going to stain the tread boards, and then I'll come back up here and I'll start sanding a little bit more of this, and then I will paint that, and then I'll start putting the treads actually on.
Okay, you have fun.
It's definitely starting to look like something.
It will never be finished. The projects never end. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. She got a couple of them on there. I'll give her that.
Yesterday, John finished most of the stairs. He got all of these treads installed. It's incredible.
Yeah, her dad does most of the work. But if he can't do it, because he's an old guy, right? He hires people to come in. Or somebody hired. You don't see the husband. You never see the husband, probably because he's at work, trying to pay for all this, which I'm sure is not cheap.
There's a little bit more to do.
Sure, it's not cheap.
But so much of it has been done.
Well, it looks great. Good job to the guy who did it. This is big money, Reno. Yeah.
Can they hold both me and this?
Yeah. They have to rebuild the entire thing. It was basically just 4 brick walls, right? Everything else was rotted out. The joists and stuff were all like completely rotted. So that all had to come out, and it's filled with trash too. That's what it's. Look at this.
Thing.
Yeah. You're working your way down.
Just having all these tools is high cost. Yeah.
And let it come down. You pushing?
Yeah. You could have known that was gonna happen, though. What is this machine? What is this machine that she has?
This is what I was afraid of.
I need one of these machines. Whoa.
Metal wire. Adapter on the blades.
Surprised she actually got that started. It's a mulcher? Okay, I think I need one. I need to rent one of these. She is having a tough time.
Dang it. I wanted to finish. I did it. Voila!
Farrell says, I was on a project where early in the renovation, rehabbing the brick put the project $3 million. Holy shit. $3 million over. So 4 intact, good condition walls ain't too bad. I'm not saying it's not too bad. Right. I'm not saying it's too, but okay, here's the thing. You sure those brick walls are in good condition? If everything else is rotted and like there's been moisture intrusion and stuff, like they could be. But are they? The same wire twice, just tosses it back in there. She returns this machine. It's all mangled up and shit. They're all like, you're going to pay for that.
We are not done with the land clearing project. We're coming back to that, but first we're going to take a look at a few of the other little projects that we worked on outside this year.
Do you know how much paint costs? And she's using a lot of paint. You know how much paint costs? Paint is ridiculously expensive. I had no idea how much paint costed. It's like $80 for a gallon or something like that. I don't know. It was fucking, when I bought it, I was like, that is expensive paint. That is some pricey ass paint. You need a ton of it. You need tons of paint. It's $50 to $60 a gallon. Yeah, it's expensive, dude. I was like, it's paint. How could paint cost so much? They're like, it's expensive, man. Paint has gone up a lot in the last 5 years or so. Why? Why is paint? Bro, I heard $100 for a gallon of paint. Yeah, I think I paid like $80 when I bought paint. It was like $80 a gallon.
To finish the garden beds. These were the joists that were upstairs in my bedroom. We brought these down to turn them into garden beds to repurpose them. Yay!
So she's thinking of little projects and she's oh my God. She's like, oh, we can make these into garden beds outside. And they're like, can we not have an extra additional project? Can we just like finish the gigantic project you set out before us? Looking at the brickwork, it actually looks like decent brickwork, right? So that's something.
Yep. Oh.
Bright orange on his neck. That's the brightest orange I've seen.
I got another, what is it, copperhead? Also, why would you make garden beds next to the wall instead of out in the sun? I don't know. I mean, that's like probably not going to get all that much sun. It's probably a waste of time. But maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that's the sunny side. What's the sunny side? The south side?
So today I am finally planting my garden.
There's so much work to be done and you're planting a garden. This is a waste of time. You're planting a garden. Why are you going? Oh. And his little girl gets what she wants. His little girl gets whatever she wants, right? This is $1 million project. I would say this is $1 million. Would I be off base to say this is $1 million project? She is retarded. She's retarded. It'll never end. It'll never. She'll just keep finding little things and be like, "Ooh, look at this."
Look out! Don't want to crush you.
Yeah, she got ass. There's an ass in there. Easily $1 million if you pay labor. Well, it's not. She's doing it. She's using topsoil as potting soil. Yeah, well, I don't think she's really. Look, dude, it's just she got the money.
I think I love it. So we picked up my nieces and had a fun family day at the homestead.
You don't have a family. You have nieces. I have nieces too. But that's not my family. That's somebody else's family.
These plants are going to be so happy with all this water.
You don't have kids. I can see. You don't have kids. I'm looking at you. You don't have kids.
We have to plant strawberries first.
If you're ready for it.
Like whispering in your ear. Ouch.
Yeah, I don't want you to be doing this all alone.
Oh, thanks.
Where's the boyfriend or husband? That's what I've been saying, man. The husband's probably at work. And the husband probably makes pretty decent money. But like judging from her sister, when she does have kids, she's going to look kind of busted. They've done a lot of work themselves, but some things they can't do. For instance, if there was black mold, you need to hire a specialist to remove that. It just depends on what they've done themselves and found in there. There was definitely a large amount of mold. I don't know. I don't know the situation. I mean, mold is everywhere. Mold is in everything. So, like, I'm not going to let somebody into my house looking for mold. I know there's mold here. I don't want you to fucking poke a million holes in my walls. All right? It's fine. Leave me alone. It's fine.
All right, so when you go up, the only way I know to hook off as you're going up is to wrap it around a rung and hook it to itself.
Okay.
Is she gonna fall? Well, the garden looks nice.
Made it.
I'll give her that. The garden looks nice. Ooh. I don't know how safe that roof is. Yeah, bleach and box fans. If there's mold, bleach and box fans. You're good. Damn thing. Think those bricks are code? The concrete is just rotted. It's like probably 100-year-old building. I don't know, man. I don't know. If it's not up to code, look. I mean, she got a lot of money, dude. She ain't doing 99% of this work. She is not doing herself. There's no fucking way.
So
I mean, we see a bunch of people doing all the work.
After a few weeks of working on the parapet walls by myself, I realized that doing it as a solo one-person job was not going to get me very far, very fast.
There you go.
So I hired brick masons, and here's how that went.
Brave and beautiful, right. How you doing, Elk Slayer? Yeah, I mean, like, laying brick is not like building a sandwich. It's not like, oh, you just put the pieces together, and then mayonnaise is the concrete, and then there you go. You have... Building a house is a lot like building a sandwich. So you should go build a sandwich. You should build sandwiches for all the people that can actually build houses. You're going to need... You just hire a bunch of Mexicans.
I'm looking at the parapet walls for the first time. The masons.
Yes, the real bricklayers coming.
Literally just left. And oh my gosh, it looks amazing.
20 grand, probably. Easily. That's probably what she spent. She was like, I can't do this myself, so I'm going to just rack off 20 grand for the people to come by and fucking lay this brickwork. At least.
This just honestly is. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy that it's safe. The parapet walls are done.
She just falls through that roof. I don't think this is Canada. I think this is like Tennessee. But you could be right. I don't know how much brickwork costs. I was just saying an outrageous number. But it could be $80,000. I don't know.
Wow. I think with that gone, it will look more like a house. Oh.
Is this loose? Mr. Texas.
This would be fine. Like I might like participate in this if it was a building that I wasn't living in. But I don't know shit. Like I'm not a professional by any means. So on my house, I want shit to be done properly. So I hire people to come in and do it. Because I want it to be done well. And if it's bad, I want to be able to blame somebody. I'll be like, you fucked this up. Now you have to fix it, right? And also, I don't want to.
It's still stuck there?
It's just one bolt. And I think, it's coming away.
God, think of all the money, dude. She's spending so much freaking money. Just in lumber. Think of the lumber.
Oh. There it goes. Oh my gosh.
Keep going.
Oh my.
Keep going.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Woo-hoo.
Woo!
Yeah.
Good job.
5.
Okay, Farrell with another 20 spot. She says, Billy, Strawberry, Freeside, Swamp Ninja, pick a number. There you go.
Look how good it
All
looks.
right, Freeside with a 9. Freeside says 9. Let's see if 9 will hit. Nine. Fuck. Okay. Turk, get some free labor, put them kids to work. They're not old enough. Look, if my kids were old enough to like do shit like that, then I'd be taking on a lot more projects around here. I would be taking on a lot more projects. If my kids were old enough to like lift things and like do what I tell them to do, which they are not, then we'd be getting shit done around here. I'd have a pond. You know, I would make some basic repairs and shit like that. Well, I could do that now, but see here's the thing. If I try to repair anything or build anything around my house, for some reason, it's my job to watch the kids. Because they want to be there. And they want to like swing hammers and stuff like that and play with nails. And she's like, I got to make lunch and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm kind of doing something. I'm soaked in sweat, right? It's Florida. I'm soaked in sweat. I'm carrying heavy objects that if I drop can kill one of the children. And they're constantly on my feet, right? It's not a good time.
Close. Oh my god.
Freeside says, John, grab your guitar and play an original.
It looks so different. Oh.
Wait, hold on. I gotta do the rest of these rolls first. 17. Billy says 33. Thanks for arriving on time, Billy. All right, fine. Hold on. I gotta clip my nails. If it's better not happen again. It's better not happen again. That's 30. That's 13. All right, now we're doing 33. Billy. Hold on. I had to clip my nails every single day, dude. You go too fast. 12. Okay. Who else was it? Who else was it? Who else was it? Was that it? Swamp Ninja. Swamp Ninja. Swamp Ninja. Oh, 17. Strawberry. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Give me a second.
We might really just have to leave it
That's
here
fine.
for tonight.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because getting it picked and rigged to get it back there.
That's honestly fine.
All right. If Farrell says if Swamp Ninja doesn't pick, then Arden and Dan get to pick. Okay. Arden and Dan. Okay. I guess the other side too. Arden says 00. Wait, okay. And now fucking Swamp Ninja chimes in with 88. Based. You know that's not on this, right? Okay, so we're just skipping you. Arden Shire, 00. Not 00, but I like the guess. That's a good guess. All right, Farrell with another fiver. She says Dan picks. All right, Dan. Let's see what we got. 14, he says. She's doing it. It's hard to clip my nails like this. We're running a show and clipping my fingernails. I'm clipping my fingernails on stream. That's how much I don't give a fuck. Yeah, they look a little better.
That was pretty good.
Ah!
Okay.
Gotta pay attention.
Okay.
All right. Now, who told me to play the guitar? Two spins for 14 and we good. All right, we're like running deals here. All right, that was a 32. I'm not clipping my foreskin. That's already... Why you gotta bring that up, dude? You know I'm sensitive about my foreskin. I'm pissed it's gone. I'm bummed. I'm bummed about that. Yeah, I forgot who told me to fucking say play guitar. Learn how to play guitar.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Woo!
Okay.
One more screw.
This is a very nice Taylor nylon string. All right. This guitar is very expensive. I don't know. I haven't played it in a while, so it might be a little bit out of tune. So I'm gonna have to tune it for just a minute.
Yes. Woo! Okay, let's go look from the outside before it starts. Quick!
So
Quick! Run! We're running. Is this not the coolest thing you've ever seen?
We'll do the things.
Is this not amazing?
Come on.
Holy moly. Next thing we're gonna do is finish.
This is what you wanted. Whoop. Okay. All right. Who tunes on stage? What an amateur. I didn't know I was fucking playing. They wanted me to play, so I have to, because they're like, I want to go good guitar. It's a little bit buzzy up there. What do you think, hon? Okay. I can play the guitar. Is that good? Is that good enough for everybody? Here, babe, can you put this back? I think that's good. I didn't even get to like warm up or anything, so hold on. There we go. All right, now let's just read all the comments. Let's read the comments and see if they're completely not gay. Let's see if I could just, everyone calls me gay. Some gay guitar, gay. Now do a song. No.
That's not how this works.
Artism gave me an 8 out of 10.
I would say 10 out of 10, but whatever.
I mean, like, I didn't even get to warm up.
That top area up there needs to be finished and primed. And then it will be time for the actual paint color.
John's actually not too bad, huh? Are you guys surprised that I'm actually good at something that I've been doing for 20 fucking years?
This wood is so porous.
Farrell actually got off her gesticulation tower. I'm just reading everybody. 3 blind mice. The A is a little flat. John blogs at Hog's Breath. Who tunes on stage? Yeah. You're really good, John. Oh, but Knobs Dog said that. I've never seen Virgie play guitar. I don't know. So Dan Snott's pleasantly surprised. I didn't hit a 10. Everyone's saying 8.9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8.5. Gesticulations in the chat a couple of times. Play Wonderwall. I could if I remembered the chords. I don't remember the chords for Wonderwall. Pearl says, I'm so underappreciated. Why are you so mean to me? Because you don't donate. Dude, because you never donate. You never donate at all. And then you take a lot of my attention away from this very serious business. No, but I am pretty good. I wrote and performed all of the music at our wedding, for our wedding. Yeah. It was better than that. I just had to clip my nails on the fly and then tune it and then play for a little bit. If I had been playing, I haven't been playing much lately because, like, I know my kids will be like, ooh, let's touch it. And that is an expensive guitar. And I don't want my kids touching it or looking at it.
I think that this is going to look...
I said I was feeling wooed. That's the highest compliment from me. I mean, it kind of worked on Jess. Like when we were dating, that shit was fucking fire.
Really good. It's definitely going to
that was easy.
Add a lot more character to it than just white. What do we think so far? I think I'm liking it.
I mean, I have a number of licks. I don't really call them songs, but I have a number of them, and I could play for hours. But my fingertips are a little soft. They're softer than they used to be. They used to be tough, right? But I don't really play that much anymore.
So now all of...
No, it's not a Squire. That's a Taylor nylon string. I don't want to say how much it costs, but like it costs a lot.
The Keystone Gray trim is painted and done and complete, and we are ready for the...
Hey, Ben with a tenner. He says, Knobs, you owe me 5, and John 5. We will hunt you down like on Epstein Island. Like an Epstein client. Yeah. So we're never going to find you.
Third accent color. All right. I think we will start
so we're never gonna
here. Find you. This color maybe isn't as dark as I wanted it to be, but at the same time, I don't want to go too dark I don't want it to look industrial. I want it to look like stone colors.
So are you guys actually surprised that I play guitar? Did you think I was going to suck at it because I'm really bad at singing? Because I'm really bad at singing, you thought I was automatically going to be really bad at guitar? You guys really thought that because I'm not a singer. I don't sing. They're different instruments, right? Singing, you actually have to and here's another thing about singing. You have to constantly be working on it. Yeah, it's like you got to keep them pipes loose. I deep throat and shit. And I can't deep throat. I know you're surprised. E minor 7, G, D suspended 4. I don't know those chords off the top of my head. I'd have to look them up. Freeside says, no, you said you're good at guitar and our cult leader is not a liar. That's true. I never claimed to be good at singing. I do claim to be good at guitar because I am pretty good at guitar. I'm not the best, but I'm better than most people at guitar. Farrell says, I figured you're good at something. He's got to be good at something. It ain't streaming. It's not comedy. It's not singing. He's got to be good at something, right? Jess had to marry him for some reason. For some god-awful, godforsaken reason, right? Thank you so much, Farrell. I appreciate that so much. You have stupid fingers. It's not like, okay, the thing about the fingers is like, it's, I don't know, maybe I don't have stupid fingers. Like, I used to be, like, that was good, I used to be fast. I used to, like, shred that bitch. And I probably still could if I put a few hours, I would just need to practice more and it would come right back to me. But like, because like when I was in high school, I used to play for 8 hours a day continuously, like all day long. I would play and people would be like, stop fucking playing guitar, stop playing that fucking guitar. And yeah. I could do E minor, G, and D. Yeah, I could do that. I'm not gonna. Unless you win the wheel. Could it be the wheel? If you want me to, here's the thing. If you want me to do an acoustic version of Wonderwall with the guitar and everything, I'll do that. If you win the wheel, I'll do that. I'll do the chords and I'll do everything. Wish you would step up. Wait, is that it? From that ledge, my friend. That's it, right? Yeah, I'll do that. If you win the wheel. I'm not saying it's hard, dude. I said I'm not going to do it. Play my skin flute, says Elxlayer. No, that's dumbass. No, dumbass, that's jumper. Okay. I don't know that. Whatever. I'll fucking play it. I don't care. That's not Wonderwall. Thank you, dude. I'm reading the other comments. I understand now that's not Wonderwall. So shut the fuck up.
Try and install the first piece of glass and see how that goes.
We're watching renovations, all right? Now you can't be... Okay, I understand you guys are disappointed because you wanted me to be bad at guitar so you can make fun of me for being bad at guitar. And I wasn't. And then you're like, well, that's a bummer. Now we can't say he's bad at guitar and gay. I'm not gay either. I want to be perfectly clear. I'm not gay either. I know you guys know that. I'm not bad at guitar. I'm just... I think you guys like to frustrate me. Is that what you guys get off on frustrating me? Is that what it is? Knob says you played before. We knew you could play guitar. Okay.
I think it's perfect.
Fur Pineda says, hey, can I donate a song from this band called Comas? They are early 70s. Can you donate a song? I get, like, what do you mean? Do you want me to play a song? You can donate, and if you win the wheel, then I'll play a song. But, like, what do you want me to play, a video? You might be new. You might be new and not know how the entire thing. So it's $5, and then you get to pick a number. And then if you hit that number, I will play or do or sing or say whatever you want within legal reason. If it's reasonable, right? I can't, like, give you my social security number. Or commit a crime.
Okay, now. Look at that.
Or violate my sponsors in any way.
Woo!
You know?
Okay. Oh my gosh. This is so
Yeah, play it. I won't win it. Yeah, play it. I can't. I won't be able to play it. It'll take me weeks to learn it. I don't know what it is, but it'll take me weeks to learn it. So I don't want to, like, disappoint you like
Gary,
that.
No way.
You know, I won't be able to play it tonight. It is more of a humiliation ritual. You're right. Yeah.
Yes.
And this isn't a show where, like, you give me $5 and then I play the song you want. That's not. This is a different show. But thanks, I appreciate it. And you can still donate too. You might get lucky. That's always a possibility. Oh, mean like play the video? Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, if you want to donate a video, yeah, if you get, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, Dad probably worked himself to death, and he's just like, I ain't got long.
Today, we are going to be clearing the back.
He just wants me to play for the group. That's fine. If you want to donate a video, then for, like, yeah, I will do that. That's fine. Yeah.
Back lot, all of the trees, all of the brush, everything. The back was completely overgrown. They used to just dump things in.
And if you can't do it from YouTube, you can hit my Ko-Fi, and then I'll count that. Obviously, I'll count that. That's my Ko-Fi. I'd rather, Ko-Fi, I get more money.
In the back and
like significantly more.
Forget about it. So here's a little
so obviously, I'm going to count it
after I used the bush hog on it, and now let's see how the professionals do it.
No. Do not ask me for personal. If you win the roulette, do not ask me for personal information, because I won't give it to you. Okay. Oh, shit. A 20. Fucking thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Do you have the link? Do you have the link? Thanks for the 20. I really appreciate that, bro. Gonna need the link. I will need the link. No, you don't, Knob. You don't have my SS.
So this is how big my wood chip pile ended up being. Pretty massive. Oh.
She's got a massive wood pile.
Honestly, what a beautiful view from up here. So all of these wood chips are going to...
Those things get hot. They like steam. Does my or did you drop it directly into my...
To be used for my garden. Okay, here is one of my favorite before and after transformations. Here is the property before and after.
I'm looking for the link. I can't find it. But I got the money. So I appreciate that. You might just have to put the link in the Renaissance Dam. I would have sent him $100 for his SSN. Okay, you can do that. I'll do that. I'll do that. Diana by Comus by Diana. Okay. I might have to look it up because I can't. I don't see a link popping up. Diana by Comus. This one must be it. Is this it? Knobs Dog, don't undercut me. Don't you undercut me here, dude. I listened to that whole song, and it did not pick up. That didn't pick up. You lied to me. That didn't pick up. And we're out of time now anyway, so it's like it just like that's. Thanks for watching. That was a fucking weird song, dude. That was a weird song, but anyways. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the donos. I really appreciate it. I see you guys tomorrow night. I hope you have good times. And if you want to listen to that, that was Diana by Comus. And yeah. Come back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thanks. Got some new YouTube people in here. I like to see that. Yeah. I'll see you guys on Daywave tomorrow morning, and then right back here on the Sulk stream at 8 p.m. Until then, I hope you guys have a good night. Stay strong. Be out there. Be good cult members. Be good to each other. And all that. Anyways, until tomorrow night, drink a lot of water, get a good night's sleep, and take care of yourselves. Because I care about you too. I'll see you. Love you. Goodbye. Good night.
I'm an incredible soul. Unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's fierce growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, Black Ness Monster 2, government lies.